Good afternoon. I haven't did a video in a few days. Just been a hectic few days, you know. It's gonna be back to that that single life, you know what I mean? That's what it is right now. You know what I mean? But it's different this time though, because I mean this time I got confronted by an ex-person, you know what I mean? And it's it's all about drama and blowouts and stuff like that, so I don't know. But if you're wondering what that tapping is, of course, I still got the iPad. It's a second generation, you know, it's not the latest iPad. I mean, it was only $120, but you know what I mean? Everybody knows that story. Videos have been on YouTube lately. They just been going on Facebook because, as you know, for the PS4, as you know, you do your gameplay on the PS4. So that's what I'm doing. So I put my games over there because I have about like 5 games. So, for the PS4. PS3, I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't get the 200 range or the 250 range. It was the 120, 130, 40, 50 range, you know what I mean? Not even 50, but yeah, I would say really it was 140, but then I went down to like 130, so, because they promised this guy, and basically I just made a new friend, because he was asking me certain things, you know, whatever, so, during the week, like, the person's really busy, and then on the weekends, the person's available, so we're gonna be, so, you know, they want to hang out and stuff like that, so, yeah, because I was telling them that, you know what I mean, I was telling them what happened recently, a few days ago, about, you know, the relationship that I was in for 8 months, and, you know, he's like, that sucks, man. He's like, you know, I can line you up with, you know, a girl or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I'm not really down for that right now. So, you know what I mean? But he's like, yeah, man. He's like, he seems like a cool person. He's like solid. He's like, oh yeah. You know, I told him, you know, I'm going to keep the system for him until Friday, because he said he doesn't get paid until Friday, right? But he doesn't have a lot of money. He's on a budget, so, you know, the guy's like, you know, 130 or 140, so. But on top of that, though, you know, he's gonna become a friend. That's just like a few years ago. You know, I ended up selling stuff on Kijiji, and then I made friends with Greg. That was his name. But then things just kind of got out of hand, and I ended up blocking him and stuff like that. So hopefully this one doesn't go like that. Hopefully this one is pretty different, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, I guess it's time to live a new life. I mean, it's not going to be long term. If we're going to be friends, if I'm going to be friends with this person, because I am planning on moving either June. It's probably going to be before July, because I mean, I just can't be here anymore. It's just, you know, things next door just went too far, you know what I mean? So it really got out of hand. So it got to a point where they're not talking to anybody. Jody, Carrie, Cassandra, they're taking, you know, it's like a restraining order, right? Like, they're not supposed to talk to us or social with us. So if they know, if they don't know, I don't give a crap anymore. You know what I mean? If they know if I'm leaving or if they know if I'm not leaving, but it doesn't really matter. They're out of my life now, so it's, you know what I mean? You guys, you think you can come here and, you know, say all this crap and, you know, whatever, so think you can come in here and run this shit, you know what I mean? You're lucky nothing else was said, because, I mean, things could have been said, things could have gone down worse, so, but I'm keeping my cool, and I'm just gonna move on and just go back home. I'm gonna go back to where I was born and raised, I'm gonna go back to where I lived, and yeah, Kingston was great for me for a long time. I've been here for, like, I've been here since Boxing Day 2011 in this city. Took a few breaks. I went away for about 2 months, and then I came back. But still, I mostly lived here for a few years. So you know what? The last time that I was in Toronto, that I lived in Toronto, was June 2013. So June 2015, it's going to be 2 years, right? Since I lived, like I visited in July of last year. So this July it will be 1 year, right? So June will be like 11 months since I've been back to Toronto. But actually, it was before that, actually, because then I went back on my birthday of 2014 when I turned 27. So I guess that was like the best birthday ever. So my other birthdays are just going to be whatever. So, but I don't know, guys. It's just, things are just whatever. I'm just moving on, man. I guess it's really time to move on now. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's just whatever, like, we're going to be in this house right here until September, but Jody said that I can go anytime. May is going to be in a few weeks, so it's kind of, you got to give it about like another month. So I mean, I would love to go in May, but I mean, it takes time, because I mean, you got to like go visit the place and stuff like that, and you gotta talk to people and stuff like that. So it's best to go for the month of June. So not May, but next month, right? So give it about another month. You know what I mean? Because I mean, so it's just best to do that, right? But if you make friends out here, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's not gonna. It's gonna be different though, right? Making friends out here is different than making friends in Toronto, right? So, but like I said, guys, I know Toronto's a pretty crazy city. I hear on the news and everything, but you mind your own business, everything's good. I'm mostly inside anyway, right? Like, or whatever, so. So anyway, guys, that's basically what the story is. I mean, it's April 2015, so I guess 2015 I'm going to be returning home, but I'm going to wait until June, I would love to go, like, soon, like in May, you know what I mean? But I want to give it another month, just to, like, I want to go before July. I want to go before people are out of school, right? Because then you're going to hear all the kids around. And blah, blah, blah. Well, you still do, but not as much. You know what I mean? Like in the summer, you're going to hear them all friggin' day. And whatever. It's usually in the evening times, because that's when they're usually home. So, whatever. So, anyway, that's what my plan is. Thinking about coming back to Toronto for the month of June. So I'll probably do a video about that, of course, and take a few pictures. So, but this time it's going to be different. I'm going to be taking everything with me. Everything is going with me, because everything's going. That's it. So Carrie's willing to drive me to take all my stuff, because yeah, you don't want to like take the bus and then you're going to lose out on, whatever. I don't want to friggin' do that. So that's kind of stupid. It's kind of childish. That's the only way that I'm gonna ever move out of Kingston, is if and they have a vehicle now, and Carrie's okay with doing that, as Jody says. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for probably June. Give it another month, and then you know what I mean, because we gotta look for a place and everything, and you know what I mean. So. And then once we do that, once you get acceptable, the only thing is we cannot go see the place. That's the only problem. Unless Sarah goes and does it for me, but they're gonna want to know who am I, right? They're gonna want to know you know, whatever. So it's got to be a place that has internet because you got PS4, right? You have to have cable, you have to have internet, you have to. Cable is whatever, it's not really a big deal, but you know. And when you go back to Toronto, you gotta make sure that, nobody like is gonna steal your stuff, right? You gotta make sure that so you gotta be really, really careful. That's another thing, right? So, but I know I'm not sticking around in the summer, and that's gonna show people if they know, if they don't know, I don't give a crap anymore, but it's gonna show people that, you know what? That he's gone. Like, this is a serious thing, and, yeah, I even know that she's moving in September. They're gonna think, okay, you're not moving until September. Aren't you supposed to wait? And then she was like, no, he can't. He's not gonna be here anymore. So that's what's going on. So seriously, guys, I mean, I don't know if a few other people will be happy. I mean, Jason, of course, Sarah, my brother-in-law, Brian. So people that I have on my PS4 that I went to school with, There's just a lot more you can do in Toronto, right? I mean, it costs more money to travel and everything, but I mean, there's just a lot more. And it doesn't mean that I'm gonna go out and party and stuff like that. Like, I'm not partying right now. I don't have any money right now. You know what I'm saying? Where's the money? I'm waiting. I'm not gonna get any money until tomorrow, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna go, buy booze. I might buy a little bit, but I'm not gonna go crazy with it, right? I might do maybe like 20 or 30, so say you get 130, so you spend 30, you have $100 for whatever, so you can get like a $40 game. Like, say you want to get Assassin's Creed at EB Games for PS4, Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4 is $40, right? Well, there's like taxes and stuff like that. I mean, or if you want to spend $80 on Mortal Kombat, you can. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna do that. A lot of people don't like Battlefield and Assassin's Creed, the online part. But I like the online part. I think the online part is more easier than the story mode for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. But I mean, that's just me, right? Everyone has their own opinion, but So anyway, guys, that's what's going on. It's a long video, 13-minute video, but I'm just back to the single life. We're moving on. I mean, I guess there was an age difference, right? I mean, 27 to 38. I mean, I didn't really care really about age, but I guess some people were right. Maybe, I was too young for her and whatever, because she's never been with a 27-year-old. She's never been with a younger. She's always been with people her age, right? So I guess, maybe that's what it was too, right? And everything was going good though. But I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. I know the last movie that we saw was Fast 7. And I think April 13th was the last time that I saw her. And then the 14th, things just got really fucked. And then whatever, so. The night that Cassandra went to the hospital, because her arm was broken or whatever, so. But, I don't know. What do you do, right? I mean, Toronto is not the safest city, but if you mind your own business and you stick to yourself or whatever and you don't get into trouble, you're going to be fine. It'll be a new life for you, you know what I mean? So, you gotta figure that out. 4 o'clock. I gotta eat, get something to eat, and start the day. Well, oh yeah, I got Mortal Kombat X, the latest Mortal Kombat, but on my iPad. Where is it? It's right there. Okay, guys. This is the video. I'm moving on. I'm gonna live a new life in Toronto.